Have you ever cried out to heaven and felt nothing but silence in return? Have you ever carried a prayer for so long that it began to sound like an echo, fading into uncertainty? Sometimes faith feels like standing in the middle of a storm with no sign of rescue, wondering if God still remembers your name. Yet somewhere deep within, a small light refuses to die, the whisper that says, "He is still working." This moment, this prayer, is for that part of you that still believes when logic cannot. It's for the heart that has reached its limit, but chooses to trust anyway. The waiting may feel endless, but it is not empty. Heaven is not ignoring you. It is preparing you. Every unanswered question, every tear you've hidden is being gathered by the one who wastes nothing. So take a deep breath, let your heart soften again, because today something sacred begins to shift. Heaven is listening, and peace is on its way to meet you. If this word already stirs something inside you, stay until the end. This prayer was created for you, and before it finishes, you will feel the weight you've been carrying begin to lift. The Word of God speaks into every moment of uncertainty, not as a memory of what once was, but as a living truth that breathes even now. The book of Psalms, chapter 46, verse 1 declares, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." This is not a distant promise written for someone else. It is your shelter in this very moment, a divine assurance that even in your struggle, you are not alone. God is not watching from afar. He is right here, holding together the pieces of your heart that you thought would never fit again. And the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31 reminds us, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." These words are more than hope. They are prophecy spoken over your waiting. What you see as delay, heaven calls preparation. What you think is silence, God calls shaping. Every moment you have spent wondering if He has forgotten you has been an unseen exchange, your weakness for His strength, your fear for His perfect peace. The waiting is not punishment, it is refinement. God is teaching you to lean, not on your own understanding, but to trust His heartbeat in the stillness. While your eyes see nothing changing, your spirit is being renewed. His strength is rising quietly within you, like dawn breaking after the longest night. You do not need to force what He has already promised. You do not need to chase what He has already ordained. The very act of waiting with faith is the doorway to miracles that time cannot explain. Even when you feel too tired to pray, the Spirit intercedes for you. Even when your words fail, your tears are prayers that heaven interprets. God is not absent in your silence. He is attentive in ways you cannot yet comprehend. The same God who parted the seas, who raised the dead, who spoke light into darkness, now whispers life into your waiting. You have not been abandoned. You have been hidden for divine purpose. Right now, where you are, breathe in His presence. Feel His nearness. The God of refuge stands beside you, not as a distant Savior, but as a Father whose love never withdraws. Every promise He made still stands unbroken. Every word He spoke over your life still carries power. His timing is not late. It is exact. And when His moment comes, it will unfold with such precision that every delay will make sense in the light of His plan. Let these words enter the deepest part of your being. God is my refuge and strength. Say them quietly to yourself. Say them until they silence the noise of fear. Because when your heart declares truth, the heavens respond. So if this word touches your spirit, if something inside you begins to breathe again, write in the comments, "I still believe." That declaration is not for the algorithm, it is for your faith. Every time you release belief into the world, you align yourself with the God who still performs miracles. He sees your surrender, he hears your yes. The same power that raised Christ from the grave is now working in your silence. The same spirit that hovered over chaos is hovering over your waiting. You are being strengthened, renewed, transformed, not in noise but in quiet faith. And when you rise again, you will not rise the same. You will rise with a peace that the world cannot steal, with faith that no storm can shake, and with strength that no waiting can destroy. Now, let your heart slow down. The rushing thoughts, the questions, the endless what-ifs, let them all fall quiet for a moment. This is not the time to analyze, but to allow. God is not asking you to figure everything out. He is inviting you to be still in His presence. The waiting you've endured has not been wasted. It has been preparing your spirit for this silence, this holy calm where heaven draws near and the noise of fear begins to fade. Close your eyes for a second and breathe deeply. Feel the air move through your lungs, steady and patient. That breath is life, and that life is a gift. It is the Spirit whispering that you are still here, still chosen, still surrounded by grace. Every inhale is God saying, I am with you. Every exhale is your soul releasing what was never meant to stay. There is peace hidden in that rhythm, the same peace that Jesus spoke of when He calmed the storm. You don't have to do anything right now. You don't have to strive or prove or perform. Just rest in the awareness that you are safe in His presence. The ground beneath you is sacred because He is here. The light that touches your skin, the quiet that fills this space, it's all part of His embrace. You are not waiting alone. You are being held. In this sacred stillness, you begin to notice what you could not hear before. The pulse of your heart syncing with divine timing, the thoughts softening into gratitude, the heaviness of unanswered prayers lifting just enough for hope to breathe again. This is what surrender feels like. Not weakness, but release. It's the quiet knowing that even in silence, God is speaking louder than your fears. Right now, allow this presence to surround you. Imagine it like a soft dawn rising inside you, the kind that doesn't shout but transforms everything it touches. The anxiety that once felt unshakable begins to lose its power. The tension in your body unwinds. The weight in your chest starts to lighten. What used to feel like waiting now begins to feel like becoming. This stillness is not the absence of movement. It is the birthplace of miracles. The same way a seed rests beneath the soil before it grows, your faith is taking root in this quiet moment. What looks motionless on the surface is bursting with divine preparation underneath. Trust that God is doing more in your silence than you could do with all your striving. Let this peace stretch across your thoughts, your emotions, your entire being. Let it wrap around every worry like a soft veil of light. The world may still be loud, but in this sacred space, heaven has taken over. You are resting in the shadow of the Almighty, where no storm can break the calm that He builds inside of you. Take another slow breath. Feel His closeness. There is nothing missing here, nothing broken, nothing too late. Only grace, steady and alive, waiting for you to notice it. You are safe in the hands of the One who knows every detail of your journey. And as your heart grows still, prepare it for the prayer that follows. For in this stillness, faith will begin to rise again. Lord, I come before you with trembling hands and a weary heart. I have tried to hold it all together, to pretend that the silence didn't hurt, that the waiting didn't wound me. But the truth is, my faith has been shaking. I've smiled while my soul was breaking. I've spoken hope while my heart whispered doubt, and yet you've never turned away. Even when my trust faltered, your mercy stood unshaken. You see the nights when I wake before dawn, staring into the ceiling, wondering if the promise is still alive. You know how many times I've prayed and still felt nothing move. But today I bring that ache to you, the part of me that doesn't know how to keep believing, the part that fears disappointment more than anything else. You said you are near to the brokenhearted, so I come as I am, tired, hopeful, and in need of you. Teach me again how to trust, not with words, but with surrender. Take this heart that's been guarding itself against pain and soften it with your peace. Replace my fear with faith that is quiet but unshakable. Let me remember that you have never failed, not once, not ever. And that if you are asking me to wait, it must be because you are preparing something far greater than what I've been holding on to. God, I release my timeline, my plans, my need to control every outcome. I release the pressure to understand what only you can see. I lay down the questions that have exhausted my spirit, and I choose to rest in the truth that you are still God, unchanged, faithful, and perfect in your ways. My heart may tremble, but my trust will not die here. When my mind races ahead, pull me back to this moment. When doubt rises like a storm, remind me that even the winds obey your voice. I don't need every answer. I only need your presence, because your presence is enough. It always has been. I choose to believe that this waiting is not wasted, that even in the quiet, you are rebuilding the foundation of my faith stronger than before. You are healing the cracks that fear created. You are teaching me to walk not by sight, but by the steady rhythm of your promises. And if my heart forgets again, bring me back to this truth. I am not waiting for you to move. You are waiting for me to trust. Let my surrender become worship. Let my faith become rest. Let my waiting become holy ground where I learn to love you not only for what you do, but for who you are. So here I am, Lord. Take my striving, my exhaustion, my questions. I surrender it all. Let your peace be the proof that you are near even when I cannot see your hand. I may not understand your ways, but I will still choose to trust them. God, sometimes your silence feels like an unanswered cry echoing through empty rooms. It stretches across days and nights, and I begin to wonder if you still hear me. But deep within, something sacred reminds me. Silence is not absence. It is the sound of heaven rearranging what I cannot yet see. In the stillness, you are writing stories that time has not yet caught up to. You are healing what words could not reach, preparing outcomes that only faith can recognize. When I feel lost in the quiet, teach me to listen for the unspoken language of your love, the way it moves in small mercies, in the patience that holds me together, in the strength that arrives just before I give up. Let me not mistake your stillness for neglect, nor your delay for denial, because you are never late. You are precise. You are deliberate. Every silence is pregnant with purpose, carrying the seed of something greater than my expectation. You are the God who hides miracles inside waiting. While I look for answers, you are growing understanding. While I search for movement, you are building roots. And though my emotions scream for resolution, my spirit learns the art of resting in you. I do not need to see progress to trust your process. I do not need to hear an answer to know that you are speaking in ways that only eternity can interpret. Lord, help me see the hidden rhythms of your timing. Let my soul become fluent in your quietness. Strip away my dependency on signs and proof, until all I crave is your presence. Remind me that faith was never meant to be loud. It was meant to be steady, like the heartbeat of heaven beneath the noise of my fear. In every pause, you are closer than breath. In every delay, you are designing what I could never have imagined. Your silence is shaping my discernment, purifying my motives, and anchoring my heart in patience. What feels like stillness is actually strategy. What feels like delay is divine development. God, if I have to wait longer, help me to wait wiser. Teach me to worship while I wait, to breathe in peace instead of panic, to rest in the assurance that even when I cannot trace your hand, I can trust your heart. For you are too faithful to forget me, too loving to ignore me, and too powerful to fail me. And when I look back, I will see that every unanswered moment was an altar, a sacred space where my dependence on you grew deeper. My heart will know that it was in silence that my faith matured, in stillness that my strength was reborn, and in surrender that I finally met your peace. So let this quiet not scare me anymore. Let it become holy ground, where every heartbeat is a hymn and every tear a testimony. I don't need the noise of certainty. I need the calm of your promise, because in your silence, you are speaking louder than ever. Lord, there comes a moment when my soul can no longer fight, when the walls I built to protect myself begin to crumble. It is here, in the quiet aftermath of exhaustion, that surrender finds me. Not as defeat, but as liberation. Because the truth is, I was never meant to carry the weight of every outcome, every fear, every unanswered prayer. You never asked me to solve what only you can redeem. You only asked me to trust. So today, I let go. I release the illusion of control, the burden of forcing what was never mine to manage. I give back to you what I've tried to hold with trembling hands, the relationships I can't fix, the doors I can't open, the dreams that seem delayed beyond reason. Take them, Lord. They are yours. My heart was never designed to bear this alone. As I surrender, I can feel something begin to shift. The trembling inside me turns to stillness, the anxiety to peace. I realize that surrender is not weakness, it is alignment. It is the moment my will bends to yours and your power begins to move unhindered. My strength is not gone, it is reborn in your presence. You are teaching me that the end of myself is not the end of the story, it is the beginning of yours. In the breaking, I find becoming. In the waiting, I find wisdom. In surrender, I find strength that doesn't come from me but through me, a strength that is gentle, resilient, and unshakable. Your spirit fills the empty spaces I once filled with worry. Your peace settles over me like morning light, soft but sure, dispelling the darkness that once felt endless. Now I can see it, how every delay was a hidden preparation, how every disappointment carved room for something greater. You were never withholding. You were weaving. You were not punishing me. You were protecting me. What I saw as loss was making space for abundance. What I called waiting was you creating timing. So let my surrender be my worship. Let my letting go be my offering. I will not fight your will anymore. I will flow with it. I trust that every not yet is really I'm not done. Every wait is really watch me. And every closed door is a redirection towards something far better than I dared to imagine. Lord, teach me to wake each day not in striving, but in stillness. To rise, not in fear, but in faith. To move, not by sight, but by the certainty of your goodness. I may not see the full picture yet, but I no longer need to. My peace no longer depends on outcomes, it depends on you. If this prayer is stirring something inside you, let it be your turning point. Write in the comments, I surrender to God's perfect timing. That declaration is not just words, it's a release, a symbol that heaven recognizes. Because when your faith becomes visible, your breakthrough begins to move. Now, Lord, I rest in you, not because I have all the answers, but because I know who holds them. I am learning to stand in peace, even when the path is unclear. For your grace is the ground beneath my feet, and your strength is the breath that carries me forward. Lord, there are moments when I can no longer trace what you're doing, when the path ahead disappears beneath fog, and all I have left is faith, thin, trembling, but alive. It is in these moments that I remember you are the God of the unseen, the God who moves behind curtains of time and silence, orchestrating outcomes I could never design. The world tells me to measure progress by what I can see, but faith teaches me that the most powerful work often happens in secret. While I wait, you are not still. You are rearranging people, places, and seasons to fulfill promises I don't yet understand. While I pray, you are shifting the ground beneath my fears, preparing foundations that will hold the weight of what I've asked for. What feels delayed is actually divine precision. What feels uncertain is the exact place where your hand is crafting what I could not have imagined. You are the unseen composer of my days, writing harmonies between heartbreak and healing. You use the pauses in my life like rests in a song, moments that seem empty but are full of meaning when the melody continues. I've come to see that you don't waste anything. Not a tear, not a disappointment, not even the prayers that seemed unanswered. Every waiting season is filled with invisible progress. Every silence is filled with divine engineering. Lord, teach me to see beyond my sight. Help me to recognize your fingerprints on the ordinary, in the sunrise that breaks through fatigue, in the gentle word of encouragement that arrives at the perfect time, in the closed doors that push me toward better paths. Let me not overlook the subtle miracles you perform daily while I search for the spectacular. You are the God who hides blessings in disguise, the God who uses detours as deliverance, the God who allows delay not to punish me, but to protect me. Every time you said not yet, you were saving me from settling for less than what you prepared. Every time you were silent, you were speaking through alignment. And now I see it. You were never distant. You were deliberate. Your unseen hand guided me when I thought I was lost. It turned left when I prayed to go right. It closed doors that would have destroyed me, even while I cried over their loss. You let some things fall apart so that what was eternal could stand. What I once called confusion was actually your mercy in disguise. What I called unanswered was your love saying, "Wait, I'm building something that will last." So, Lord, I choose trust over proof. I choose peace over control. I choose to rest, knowing that even when I see nothing moving, heaven is not standing still. My miracle is not delayed, it's developing. My promise is not denied, it's maturing. And my faith, though tested, is being purified in the waiting. I will no longer fear the unseen because you dwell there. You do your finest work in the shadows. When I can't feel your hand, I will trust your heart. When I can't see your plan, I will cling to your presence. For you are the same God who turned Joseph's betrayal into promotion, Esther's silence into salvation, and the tomb's stillness into resurrection. If I am in the dark, it only means creation is happening. Seeds grow underground before they bloom in light. And so I will praise you not only for the miracles I can see, but also for the ones that are being written in secret. For when you reveal them, I will understand that the waiting was never wasted. It was woven into the miracle itself. God, open my eyes to see the invisible thread of your grace pulling all things together. Let me discern the sacred movement in still seasons and the whisper of purpose in every delay. My faith no longer depends on sight because I know now you are always working, quietly, faithfully, perfectly. Lord, for so long, I thought peace was something that arrived after the storm, a reward that came once the waiting ended and everything made sense. But now I see that your peace is not a result of perfect circumstances. It's the very strength that carries me through them. It doesn't wait for answers to appear. It anchors my heart while I cannot see the way. Your word says in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 7, "And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." That peace is not fragile, it is eternal. It is the quiet that holds the universe together. And today I open my heart to receive it. Let this peace settle into the corners of my life where fear once lived. Let it rest on the memories that used to hurt, the dreams that felt delayed, the questions that remain unanswered. Because when your peace comes, it doesn't erase reality, it transforms it. It softens the edges of worry until even the waiting feels holy. It replaces anxiety with assurance, not because everything has changed outside, but because something sacred has shifted inside. Lord, teach me to breathe in rhythm with heaven, to inhale faith and exhale fear, to remember that peace isn't found in knowing what will happen, it's found in knowing who holds it. Even in uncertainty, I can be still because you are not uncertain. Even in silence, I can rest because you are not silent within me. You speak through calm, through presence, through the steady pulse of grace that reminds me I am safe. When my thoughts try to race ahead, pull me back to now, this moment, this breath, this heartbeat. Show me that peace is always available, not tomorrow, not when things improve, but right here, because your spirit is here. I can feel it like morning light after a long night, touching everything it meets with gentleness. The battle that once felt unbearable begins to lose its power in the warmth of your presence. God, I thank you because this waiting season no longer feels like a prison. It feels like a garden where you are teaching me to grow roots before I rise. I am learning that the delay is not denial, it is design. The stillness I once feared is now the soil of peace. And in that soil, you are planting promises that will bloom in their appointed time. I no longer need to understand the why. I just need to remain in the who. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. The same hands that calmed the sea are holding me now. The same voice that spoke creation into existence still whispers peace over my chaos. And as I wait, I realize that peace is not what I'm waiting for. It's what you're giving me now. So let this peace guard my heart and my mind. Let it steady my emotions, calm my spirit, and silence every voice that says it's too late. Let it remind me that even when the world around me feels uncertain, your kingdom inside me is unshaken. I do not have to chase calm. I carry it because I carry you. And for the one listening who feels as if peace has been impossible, know this: peace is not something you find, it's someone you welcome. The Prince of Peace stands before you, waiting for your yes. If this prayer resonates with your spirit, declare it by faith. Peace lives in me. Let those words be more than a comment. Let them become your confession, because the moment you speak it, heaven begins to align your heart with the stillness of God Himself. Now, Lord, I rest in this truth. I may not know what tomorrow brings, but I know who walks with me through it. My waiting is no longer heavy, it's holy. And as I sit in this stillness, I feel the divine exchange taking place. Fear turning into faith, chaos turning into calm, striving turning into surrender. This is peace, not the absence of storms, but the presence of you. Lord, there's a quiet after the prayer is spoken, a stillness that asks, do you really believe? It's in that space that faith proves what words cannot, because anyone can trust while they feel inspired. But true faith begins when emotion fades and the answer hasn't come yet. It's the faith that stays after the amen, the kind that whispers, God is still good, even here. I've come to understand that this is where the deepest work happens, in the ordinary days that stretch between promise and fulfillment. It's in the moments when nothing looks different, yet everything inside me is being refined. You are teaching me that the waiting itself is worship, that obedience is not about outcomes, but about intimacy, about walking so close to you that I stop asking when and start asking how to stay near. You are forming a faith in me that doesn't depend on visible progress. The kind of faith that stands even when feelings fail, the kind that prays without proof and praises without results. Because you've shown me again and again that the most powerful miracles are born not from striving, but from still believing. So when doubt tries to creep in like an old shadow, I will speak truth to it. My God has not changed. His promises have not expired. His word has not lost power. The same God who brought light out of darkness and life out of the tomb is still writing my story. Even when I can't trace his hand, I will trust his heart. This faith doesn't shout, it abides. It doesn't rush, it rests. It doesn't panic, it perseveres. It stands on the quiet conviction that what God starts, he finishes. What he promises, he performs. What he delays, he perfects. There is no moment in his plan that is wasted. Not one heartbeat, not one tear, not one waiting season. Lord, help me carry this faith beyond this prayer. Let it shape my mornings and steady my nights. Let it guide how I speak, how I think, how I respond when uncertainty knocks again. May my posture of peace become my testimony, that I trusted you not only when you answered, but when you didn't. That I believed not only when I saw, but when I couldn't see a thing. You have taught me that faith isn't about forcing results. It's about finding you in the in-between. You are not just the God of breakthroughs, you are the God of becoming. And every moment I choose to stay, to trust, to breathe in grace instead of fear, I become more like you, steady, kind, unshaken. Even now I feel something new rising within me. Not noise, not striving, but quiet confidence. It's the peace of knowing that my life is not off course. It's exactly where you've allowed it to be. You are still building, still aligning, still preparing the fulfillment of every promise whispered in prayer. So I will live with gratitude, not just for what you've done, but for who you are becoming to me through this process. And I will praise you for the things unseen, the blessings that are forming beneath the surface, the strength being born from surrender, the faith being forged in fire. Because even when prayers seem to echo into silence, I know now, the echo is not emptiness, it's eternity responding, shaping, preparing, aligning. You are faithful through every delay. You are working even when I am waiting. Lord, let this faith stay. Let it hold me steady when life shakes again. Let it be the song that continues long after this prayer ends. Lord, this moment feels like sunrise after a long night. Not because everything has changed, but because I finally see the light that was here all along. You never left me. Through every silence, every delay, every unanswered question, you were guiding me closer to your heart. And now, as I finish this prayer, I don't stand empty-handed. I stand filled with peace. The same peace that guarded the hearts of those who trusted you before me now guards mine. The same spirit that sustained them through storms now rests upon me. I thank you, God, for what you have done in this sacred time, for reminding me that surrender is not losing, it's winning differently, for showing me that waiting is not weakness, it's wisdom, for teaching me that faith isn't loud, it's loyal, and for proving that peace doesn't come when the storm ends, but when my heart decides to trust you in the middle of it. Lord, let this peace remain. Let it flow beyond this moment and reach every listener, every home, every heart that has been waiting for something only you can provide. Let it spread like quiet fire, unseen yet unstoppable. May this prayer echo in the days ahead as a reminder that you are still working, still healing, still moving in ways we cannot yet perceive. Seal this moment, Father, not just as words spoken, but as transformation begun. Let every heart that prayed along carry this calm as a sign of your faithfulness. When worry tries to return, let peace answer the door. When fear whispers again, let faith speak louder. And when the listener feels alone, let them remember that they were never unseen. They were simply being refined by love. Lord, bless the one who listens now. Bless their waiting, bless their wondering, bless their surrender. Wrap them in peace that the world cannot steal. Surround them with the quiet confidence that you are for them, and nothing can stand against what you have ordained. Let them feel your presence in their breath, your strength in their stillness, your hand in their tomorrow. If this prayer has touched your spirit, don't let it end here. Share it with someone who needs to remember that God still moves in silence. And in the comments, write, God still performs miracles. Because He does, He still performs miracles, and He will continue to do them in your life. He is the same God who spoke light into darkness, and He is still speaking now. The same power that raised Jesus from the grave is alive in you. The same hand that calmed the storm will calm your soul. You are not forgotten, you are not behind, you are not broken beyond repair. You are right where grace can reach you. So breathe deeply. This is the peace you prayed for. This is the calm that doesn't depend on circumstances. This is the faith that will carry you through the waiting and into the promise. Let your heart rest, knowing that what God started, He will finish. What He spoke, He will fulfill. What He allowed, He will redeem. The silence was never punishment, it was preparation. The waiting was never wasted, it was the womb of your miracle. And now, as you rise from this moment, know this truth. The Lord has heard you, the Lord is near you, and the Lord will perfect everything concerning you. Peace has found you, and it will never leave again.